Okay, let's try that again. My streaming software failed. Poof, we're back. Nothing happened. This is Connor. What's going on, everybody? We're gonna do some ear training. It's episode 12. Today we're doing key centers, and we're gonna do listen to a bunch of different genres. Actually, that's what I'd like to do. And ideally, you guys pick the genres for me, and you can put me on the spot, and we can figure out key centers in any genre if you like. Electronic dance music, classical, orchestral, jazz. Could listen to a lot of fun stuff today. So I just want to check in with the chat again to see if everything's working correctly. Say what's up if you guys are hanging out. And let's get into some stuff here. Now I just need to maybe go through what keys are. What is a key center? Does anybody know? A lot of people got a lot of stuff to say about it, that's for sure. And I got a lot of stuff to say about it too. And I was even listening to a video from Mr. Ted Green. Now, if you're a guitar player and you don't know who Ted Green is, it's your lucky day. You just found the biggest chunk of gold in your life. He's dead now, but he had a mastery of, you know, the guitar, the fretboard music theory, his creative expression, his ability to teach like nobody I've ever seen have a mastery of anything. So maybe I'll actually leave a link in the description to his website and some of his work, because he's been and continues to be, even though he's not with us anymore, a huge inspiration in my musical life. So very, very powerful. And he went on for, you know, an hour, 2 hours on keys, key centers. So yeah, I wanted to share my own thoughts on that today. Now, we're not going to get as deep as he did, because I actually want to get into the ear training stuff. But I would still like to give a brief kind of basic overview on what keys are, how to think about them, how to approach them, some tips and tricks to identifying them, and, you know, organizing this kind of seemingly complex musical space. So to do that, let's jump over to this. So the chord map, maybe you've seen this before. It's something that I actually designed to help simplify diatonic harmony into one visual map that shows us where diatonic chords are for both major and minor keys. Now I'm using a term here, diatonic. Diatonic, it just means only using the notes from a major scale or only using the notes from a minor scale, basically. And then the chords that are built off of those scales are diatonic to that key. If you want to know more about diatonic harmony and basic music theory fundamentals, I have a guitar music theory and fretboard visualization course that I highly recommend if you want to actually know this kind of stuff. There's no shortcuts to this kind of thing, but I did create a system for anyone to actually understand what's going on there. So we're going to use the piano now to help us understand what keys are. So a key. So keys come from scales, essentially, and we're going to use the C scale. Maybe we've all heard that song a million times in our life by now, especially if you're a musician. And all of these notes are in the key of C. They're all part of the same container, the same group of notes. And they all have a relationship to one another, actually. I don't know if you know this, but actually major scales are taking all of the major and perfect intervals. It's got a 1 or a root, major second, major third, perfect fourth and fifth, major 6 and major 7, right? It's all the major and perfect intervals in one scale. Maybe that's why it's used so much. Got some other ideas on why it's used so much, but maybe that's part of it. Now, taking the notes of the scale, we can actually stack them on top of one another like this, thirds and fifths. I'm not going to go through a deep dive on diatonic harmony right now, so I'll just kind of cruise on through this. So we've got A C, we've got its third and its fifth, and this gives us a chord, a C major chord. This is the one chord in the key of C. This is the home chord, the tonic. So other names for it. The 2 chord is D minor. 3 is E minor. 4 is F major. 5 is G major. We've got 6 A minor. 7 is diminished. And the 1 is major again. Now, there's an order to these. That stays the same for any key. And this is the whole thing about identifying key centers. We were just going relative to C there. And in the key of C, the C is the 1 chord. F is the 4 chord. But if I was in the key of F, which gives us F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, F, now we're in a different key. I'm in the key of F major, and its 4 chord is B flat. And this is the 4 chord now to a 1. But if I'm thinking I'm in the key of C, this is 4, and this is 1 now. Okay, music is relative. This is just the way that it is. And there's some tricks to memorize this actually. 1, 4, 5 are major. 7 is diminished, and the rest are minor. 2, 3, and 6 are minor. Maybe that's helpful to you. And of course, there are many extensions like 9s, 11s, 13s, and 6s, and sus chords, and sharp 11s, and altered dominant stuff. Actually, altered dominant stuff doesn't belong in diatonic harmony, but there are natural extensions on dominant chords, and so on. We're not going to get into that, but the map details all of this. Okay, so that's major keys. Just going to check in with the chat. Chat's happy. Chat likes butter. Great. So, by the way, chat, any questions as I go through this? The first part of the stream today is just going to be basically a music lesson on keys before we get into some stuff. So this is your chance to ask me some things if anything isn't perfectly clear as we move along. So just want to let you guys know that the floor is always open to you for questions. So that is major keys. That is major keys. Minor keys, okay? We use a minor scale. So a minor scale, we can do it on A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. Okay, this is a minor scale. And it also has chords that are created by stacking thirds and fifths in the same way. But this gives us 1 minor. 2 is diminished. Flat 3 is major. 4 and 5 are minor. Flat 6, flat 7 are major. Back to 1 again. So there's just a different order of chords that appear when we use a different scale to stack thirds and fifths. Seems pretty obvious, actually. You take a different fundamental pattern, and then you stack the notes on top of each other. It's going to provide a different pattern of chord qualities throughout. Now, the minor scale is a little bit different. It's essentially a major scale with a flat 3, flat 6, and flat 7. Like if I took the C major scale and numbered them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What did I say? Flat 6. I'll do it in order. Flat 3, flat 6, flat 7. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, flat it. 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7, 1. There's a minor scale. This is C minor. C major. We did A minor. We could also do A major. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Okay, so if I take the major scale formula and plug it in onto some note, it's going to spit out the result of the major scale. And equally for the minor scale. And equally when we stack thirds and fifths on top of those scales, it gives us a specific order of chord qualities that we can memorize, learn. And the benefit of doing that is it's always the same. If I'm in the key of B, B flat, D, E flat, D sharp, F sharp, G flat, it doesn't matter. The order of the chords is always going to be the same. The 5 chord is always going to be major relative to whatever note I start on, and so on. Great, no questions. Excellent. So that's essentially keys. Now, the key center would be the tonic chord of whatever key we're playing in. So if I'm in the key of C and I play a 1 chord, and then I go to 4, then I go to 5, and then I go back to 1, this is the key center of that chord progression. If I played something else like, I don't know, let's do 3, 4, 2, 1. C is the chord, is the tonic, the key center of this chord progression as well. And the 1 chord can be a bunch of different things as well as all of the other chords, because I'm just referring to the triad versions of these. But the 1 chord can also have major 6s on it. If you look down the column on the left there, and the 6th version, we've got major 6 chords can also be played on the 1. That's available. Major 7s are available. Add 9s are available. Major 9s, I can put 6s and 9s. We can do add 11 chords. And major 6, 7 kind of things. There's so much stuff going on here that is available, and the 1 chord can be any of these, actually, in the same way that the 2 chord can be, as the map indicates for us, minor. We've got sus2, could be sus4, got minor 6, minor 7, minor 9, minor 6, 9, okay, minor 11. Like, we can do all sorts of funky stuff there, and this is the benefit of the map. And depending on the genre that you are transcribing in or playing in or trying to hear key centers in, they're simply going to be using different kinds of chords. Like folk music doesn't use like minor 11 chords. They just don't do that. And each genre has its own harmonic vocabulary. However, they're all playing in keys, and equally, we can learn to identify the key center by ear. And as soon as you identify the key center, then you know where you are in the harmonic landscape. If you're in a major key, it's very likely that you're going to have a 2, 3, and 6 minor chord, 4 and 5 are major, 7 is diminished. There are, of course, other stuff you can do, non-diatonic harmony, modal interchange stuff, but if you know where you are, then even if there is a modal interchange chord, like, I don't know, 1 to flat 3, right? So C to E flat major. Or like 1 add 9 to C, E flat major 7. I'm just playing 1 to flat 3 now, even though the harmony is getting kind of complicated. As long as I know where 1 is, then I'm like, oh, it just went to the flat 3, and the flat 3 was major 7. Suddenly I'm oriented. All right. I'm going to continue. Now, it's time to get into the meat of the stream. We are going to check out some songs. Hopefully the lesson on key centers was helpful to you. If you want the chord map, links in the description. It's fantastic. I've also got other stuff on my Gumroad to check out. I'm going to be releasing a full guitar composition course next week. It's looking like it's basically all I've been doing. So got a lot of content for you guys that I'm super stoked to bring out. Okay. So if there's anyone actually listening out there, does someone want to pick a genre for me? I'm always happy to select. Could be anything. Pick a genre. Dubstep. Trap. Just don't pick gospel, please. Please don't pick gospel. I say that because gospel is just crazy chords all over the place. My God. When I was working as a transcriber and I had to do a gospel pack, I was like, God, man, it just takes forever to do. Lo-fi hip-hop. Ding, 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 ding. All right, lo-fi hip-hop. Great suggestion. So now, even before I actually slap on some lo-fi, my mind is already starting to organize what I can expect to hear. Oh, you picked lo-fi, we can do dubstep after. Let's do, just because you picked lo-fi first. We'll definitely check out some dubstep, though. So with lo-fi music, it's essentially jazz, kind of like clips and cuts of songs that repeat, which is actually nice for transcribing. You can expect anything in lo-fi, though, essentially. non-diatonic harmony, altered dominant chords, tritone substitutions, like fat chords anywhere, major minor keys. Anything's kind of possible there. So maybe that's a good place to start. Yes, chat. Got to keep the chat happy. So yeah, maybe I'll just pick a lo-fi track. Maybe I'll actually do the song from, I did pick the album art on my thumbnail. Will be a good one to do. So let's do this. Bop. And go and check out this song, which I didn't mean to play yet, but okay, so we're going to listen to it, obviously. How do I do this? And man, there's so much going on. And anyone who's listening, I don't actually know what your skill level is at, so maybe I'll just play it and then go through my process. Okay, this is Lo-Fi. It's literally called Lo-Fi by Dom Knows. Does Dom know what key it's in? That's what I want to know. So, all right, listen up. I'm going to pause it there. Sounds like, well, I don't know. Maybe I'll leave it up to the chat. Chat, what do you think? And we're finding the key center just to, we don't need to go through all like the gnarly chords there, but maybe we can just get the note of what key you think it's in and then give me a major or minor key would be great. I'll play it again for us. Okay, I'm thinking, I'll wait for the chat for a moment. Yeah, lovely's not a key. The key of lovely. So, I think that it is, I'm just gonna snipe it. No, I need to wait. I think that's the key we're in. I'm gonna say. I think we're in A major. And then it does a, it's gonna be like, I think it's doing that. And then it does like one of these. No. I believe. It sounded like a 2-5. And then it sounded like a 2-5 of 2. In my mind. I noticed that the last chord, and then when it turns around again, is the same chord. If I'm not insane, I'm gonna listen again. Maybe I'll kind of pause as I go to check my own work. So I'm thinking that we're in A kind of major, and it's going B minor thing to E dominant thing to A, and then it goes to like a 2-5 of 2, which gives us C sharp, F sharp, B. So let's check. One sec. I need to hear that again. I'm off. Man, I find this. Oh yeah. Yeah, right. I was just off a little bit. Yeah, it was a 2. It was. You're right. Okay, yeah. I was just That's the thing about this tone on my piano, actually. When you get like a really nice piano sound, and then I'm playing my kind of clunky thing. You know, the key center is A flat major or F minor. Yeah, no, you're right. It is A flat. There are no kind of F minor chords in there, so. But maybe you're thinking that F minor is the relative minor of A flat. But I don't hear any F minor chords. So it's like, I'll try to plunk this on a, yeah, maybe I'll plunk over to guitar. Looks like we got a guitarist in the room, so. That's gonna give us a 2-5 of A flat. And then we're playing a 2-5 of 2. It's kind of what's going on there. So. I don't think it's that crazy. Gonna listen one more time. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, right. So, it's kind of interesting, right? The key center kind of seems to change. It's almost like the 2 chord is being tonicized by a 2-5 before it. We've got, or at least how I'm thinking about it anyway. 2, 5, 1. This is super common to do in jazz, by the way, if anyone's out there actually watching this. 2 5s in jazz are kind of like the thing. And then you can play 2 5s of anything, essentially. Like a 2 is the 5 of a 5. What do I mean by that? 2 is the 5 of a 5. I will explain. So, because I sometimes say stuff, I'm like, yeah, 2 is the 5 of the 5. It's so obvious. But people are probably like, what the hell is he talking about? 2 is the 5 of the 5? So if we're in the key of C, everybody, and we go to the 2 chord, it's going to be D minor. Okay, so D minor is the 2 chord. The 5 chord is G, right? So the 2 is the 5 of the 5. D is 5 of G is what I'm saying. The 2 is the 5 of the 5. So, and in music likes to move by fifths. And this is what's happening here, actually. We have a 2, 5, 1. And then there's a 2, 5 of 2. In minor keys, almost always the 2 is minor 7 flat 5. And this is a diatonic chord, actually, in minor keys. The 2 is minor 7 flat 5. And then this is going to a 5 chord, but it's altered. I don't know exactly what's on it, but it sounds flat 9-y. And then back to 2. But 2 sounds like 1 now. But then it becomes 2 of a 5 of 1. Oh, right, yeah, we're in A flat. Oh, no, we're in B flat minor. Oh, no, B flat was 2 of A. A flat, I mean. Right? So, you know, jazz kind of does this. It creates, there's a word for this. It's like a leading something. It creates like these kinds of chains that are kind of pulling our ears around. So That's what's going on there. That's the key. We're in A flat major. All right. Let's do dubstep. Everybody loves dubstep, right? If there's any grandpas out there, turn it down. Dubstep bangers 2026. That's what we want, right? Everybody loves dubstep bangers. Bangarang. If it's too nuts, I'll try to find something that's a little bit more melodic, but let's check it out. Ooh, a guitar. Pardon me. So the key, if you never transcribed dubstep before, you're probably like, what the hell? There's a key in there? Yeah, there is. There is. So that thing right there, whatever note that is basically the key. There's it hit a flat 6 somewhere in there and then went back to a 1. I can sing a low E, so I'm gonna say that's like, I don't know, a C. It's a G. It was a G. So I'm going to play it again. This time, find a G on your instrument, play it, listen to the music, play your note, and be like, oh, right, it's G. And not only that, you can test by playing a major third. Like, does a major third? I think a major third is going to go on the 1. Whole song is 1 flat 3 4 and the odd 5. Oh, you're thinking melodically. I think that the bass is not changing though, so I don't know if the actual harmony is changing. But yeah, G minor is the key. Nice. I think there's a flat 6 chord in there as well. Let's listen again. So, G minor, everybody. Think G minor. I'll play a G minor chord. This kind of vibe. Here we go. Yeah, bass. It's not changing. Yeah, right there at the end before it flips again, it hits a flat 6. It's actually a pretty fat chord. It sounds probably a major 9 thing on the flat 6. It's going to be one of these things. Let me get this voicing right. Thinking it's going to be something like... before going back to the 1, which is a... This is so unbelievably common to do in minor keys, is to play the flat 6 chord of that minor key. Relative to G, it's giving us E flat. And then the chord sounded cool. What do I mean by that? So check this out, actually. We need one of these. And so I'm checking out the map again. So look, on the map, we're in a minor key. Bum, 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 bum. So it's just kind of minor. There's other stuff that can go there. We can play 7s, 9s, 11s, flat 3s, 2s, 4s. Basically any extensions other than 6s. And that's the scale that is also available for the melodies over top of the 1 chord, assuming it's diatonic to Aeolian, of course. So then when flat 6 was hit, look, we got so much stuff going on here. Flat 6 is the Lydian chord. So then, since I heard that the bass is flat 6, then I know that all of the Lydian notes are available with it. So I'm just thinking 1, 5, 7, 2, 3. And yeah, it's like a major 9 chord. And I could also put a... But I don't think there's a sharp 11 on that chord. It's like a major 7 kind of sus2 vibe, more like I'm thinking. Flat 6, major 7, sus2, I'm gonna basically kind of say. And look, the chord map tells us that, which is nice, actually. Okay, so let's jump back over to Spotify. Let's take one more listen to that. I'm just gonna take it, I'll just play it back a little bit. Yeah, I don't hear a sharp 4 either. And but it's nice to know, because since we're on the flat 6, and we can literally hear we're on the flat 6, and we can hear it's the flat 6 because the key center has been identified. This is the whole point. We can hear we are in G. Thus, when we played E flat, it felt it's not an E flat now, it's the flat 6 of the key. If you know your diatonic harmony and your diatonic extensions, or just go look at the map, it literally tells you Lydian. All the Lydian notes are available on the flat 6, and you can kind of play around with the different notes and test it. Is there a 9 in it? Is there a 3 in it? Is there a sharp 4? It's like, oh, we figured out, oh, there's no sharp 4 in it. Is there a 6? Is there a 7? That's kind of all the options that are available. You can get really nerdy on like exact voicings of exactly how the composer's playing it, but you know, we're in the key of G minor and we're playing 1 to flat 6, major 9, essentially. So I'm gonna play it again. That thing. So there's not too much going on there harmonically, but that's dubstep for you. It doesn't need to, like, all of the interest is coming from like cool sounds, interesting rhythms, sound design, stuff like that, built around simple harmony, right? Imagine if all the harmony was going nuts as well, and you had all that kind of stuff. It's like you need something that's kind of stable to get the complexities from, and not that there isn't dubstep with complex harmony, but I'd say it's quite characteristic to the genre. More simple harmony, more cool stuff. All right, so we've done lo-fi, we've done dubstep. What else do you guys want to listen to? Anyone out there want to listen to some cool music? Give me a genre. Some guys hogging the chat. Yeah, maybe I'll pick one. We could do, maybe I'll just go look at Spotify, actually. Well, actually, what have I been listening to lately? Man, I've just been checking out so much good music from, like, I love video game music, soundtrack stuff. I love soundtrack music. Oh my God. Yeah, I was actually working out the chords to, let me find it. Great, I'll pull that one up in a minute here. Was it this one? Yeah, so, okay. This is a soundtrack song. It's from a game called Genshin Impact. And I've actually been spending the last last night and today just working out the chords to it because I like doing that for fun. You should too. It is actually fun. And the more that you do it, the more fun it gets actually. So maybe I'll just play it and we'll try to find out what the key center is. Okay, so I'll just pause it there for a sec. Now, depending on your transcription skill and because there's so much going on, right? Like when you're transcribing music, you have to know a lot, honestly. What is it? You have to know what a key center is. You have to know what it sounds like, the different moves that are possible, major and minor keys, chord extensions, inversions. God, there's lots going on there. So I'm gonna play from the top one more time. I'm gonna pause it when we get to the one chord, and let me know if you think that you feel the same way. Can barely hear. Sorry. I'll play it one more time. I had a different audio routing, I believe. That right there is the key. Okay, so find that note. Ba. It's funny because I can do this. And you got to find the note now. Try and do it as little guesses as possible. And then once you got it, you can tell me or tell yourself, is this major or minor? Are we in a major or a minor key? What do you think? We've got some guesses. We've got some guesses. I think so too. I mean, it's definitely not. Makes me. I can just tell. My whole body reacts. It's like, that sounds ridiculous. It's like, hooray, we're back. Yeah, we're in a major key. We're in C major. What are the chords doing actually? It's like 1, into... Why is my... Sorry, my chord display thing's not picking up. One sec. I don't know why that's not working. Oh, there it is. It's a little laggy, but that's all right. So, yeah, the chords are going like C into this guy, which is like 5 second inversion, like 5 dominant second inversion, walking up to like 1 first inversion into 4, and then we got like, how do I say this? This walk up to the 6 with a diminished chord, just super common to do, to approach some chord a half step below with a diminished chord. I'm not going to get into diminished chords right now, but they basically function as rootless dominant chords. You can kind of hear the pull. And then we're on 5. We go down to flat 7 at 11 to this is 4 major 7, and then we got this guy, because the bass is leading us now. And now we've got 1 major 7, first inversion, into 2 minor 7. These notes stay, and then we get the 5, 9 sus 4. It's like 5, 11, and then back to 1. And that's where I paused it. And then it gets kind of silly from there. Into this guy. That's why I wanted to transcribe the song in the first place, because that cool chord, flat 7 dominant 9 after the 4. Yeah, there's so much good stuff in that song. But the point is that we're in the key of C. So what if there's non-diatonic chords going on? It doesn't matter, because we know where we are. We're in C. And then we can hear that when we play B flat dominant 9, that we know it's the flat 7 of the key. So we're saved. And we're not in this key. We're in C major. Okay, that's another one down. See, it's not so bad. We had another song suggestion in the chat. Let's go to the chat. Scarlet by Mark Holocomb. Holocomb. It's a cool last name. I think this will probably be the last one we do. Holocomb. Scarlet. Yeah, knowing cryptographics, this is probably going to be guitar related. Okay, so this is Scarlet. Scarlet Hollow. Scarlet Hollow. Is it Mark? And the dude's name is Mark Holocomb? Is that what's happening? Scarlet Hollow? I don't know who made this. The song is called Scarlet Hollow. I can't talk. Scarlet Hollow. Let's check it out. Major or minor key? What do you guys think? That isn't it. That is not the song. I looked up what you said. Either way, major or minor key? Wow, I got so lucky with that. Then it does like a... Sounds like melodic minor stuff. Into like a... If you guys want a cool way to get a melodic minor sound, because like who doesn't want that? You can play, I was grabbed by periphery, but if you do periphery. You guys want a cool way to get a melodic minor sound, just because it sounds great. You can play a minor chord. And then, how do I say this? Play its 5 chord over top of the 1. So if we're in E, its 5 is B. So play B major over E. I guess I can even put in the bass. So then you can kind of swap back and forth. Which gives me a bunch of ideas, actually. It's a cool sound, actually. Man, I love melodic minor, honestly. What was I saying? So you play the 1, but then you play the 5 over top of it. Let me play the correct 5. Oh my god. It sounds so evil. That's gonna give us... Man, so melodic minor sounding. Because the 5 chord contains the 7 and the 2. It's got that natural 7 in the chord already. And then I guess we could go to like 4, and then actually play a one of these things. And then resolve. Okay, so yeah, that song that we just listened to was in a minor key. We're gonna skip to the 5/10 mark and transcribe that section. Sorry, go to correct. All right, chat wants some stuff. We give what the chat wants. So we've got a suggestion from the chat. It is Crush by Periphery at the 5/10 mark. That is specific. That is very specific. Crush. Periphery. To the 5/10 mark. 5/10. Okay, so before I play this song, everybody listening, we are identifying key centers. Okay, so we're trying to figure out basically, is it a major or a minor key? Right, it simplifies everything. It doesn't matter what all the crazy chords that are potentially about to come. That's all we actually need to be listening for at this point. From there, it's so much easier to actually figure out the harmony. If you know if you're in a major or minor key, then boom, we're oriented, just like we were referring to with the chord map earlier. Okay, listen up, here we go. Melodic minor. So, key everybody. We basically have to find the note ba. I'm going to try to guess that. I don't have perfect pitch. So anytime I'm actually trying to find a note, it's kind of an educated guess. B. we're in A. But it's like all the notes from, it's funny, we were just talking about melodic minor. A melodic minor. Melodic minor. There's a fun little melody. And then, so it's playing like one melodic minor. And then it sounds like, I guess to like a 7 diminished thing. Yeah, it's like 1 melodic minor stuff to 7 diminished stuff. Yeah, and then like, yeah, it's just playing with like 4s and 5s and 5 inversions and diminished chords replacing the 5. Super common classical stuff. So yeah, another minor key song. Did we even have any major key stuff? Oh, sorry, chat. It's so late. A minor. Yeah, exactly. A melodic minor. All right. I'm going to wrap it up there. That was a lot of fun, actually. And I hope that everybody enjoyed that. I always do. I love talking about nerdy stuff. So to recap, key centers was the goal. And hopefully it's a lot simpler now, right? Especially with the chord map, links in the description. It just simplifies the whole thing. Tells you where all the chords go in major and minor keys. And then the point is knowing how to hear it, how to identify it. So if you like this kind of stuff, please let me know if you'd like me to do more key center stuff, if you want to do inversions, chord extensions, songwriting, whatever you guys want. I think key centers is an extremely useful skill. So absolutely work on that. Let me know in the description any songs that you are having trouble with, and we can talk about that there. And thanks for hanging out as always. That was fun. Catch you guys in the next one. Oh yeah, I'll be streaming next Wednesday. Be doing some ear training stuff, specifically using an ear training app called Sonofield, which is super useful to, especially the way it translates to real music. So I'll be doing some modal stuff, I believe doing Dorian. I did Lydian last Thursday. I'll leave a link somewhere to YouTube. Like and subscribe.